Hello, my name is Denis Chernobaev. I've just joined the Drinkit team, and let me share our news with you. Of course, most of you go to our coffee place on a regular basis. I think I even see some of you more often in the coffee place than in the office, like Kirill Voropaev. Kirill, thank you for making our sales. But I assume that some of you have not visited us yet, and maybe a few of you watching us today are in bewilderment about Dodo pizza and a coffee place. What are you talking about? Let me briefly tell you about what Drinkit is. For a long time, our company, Dodo Pizza, believed that its major competence is, surprise, surprise, pizza. But while we've been thinking about our future, we've realized that our major competency is to create products at the intersection of franchising for eating out with the use of internet technologies. That is how we've been able to come up with two amazing startups, Donor42 and Drinkit. And our company stopped being Dodo Pizza, we became Dodo brands instead. As a true startup, we have to be super ambitious. And Drinkit, of course, set a big goal to become a coffee brand in Russia and CIS #1. But guys, hold your horses, this is not just a super ambitious plan, we actually have a step-by-step plan for tactical action. We have a few simple objectives for 2029. We want to open 2 corporate stores and 10 franchise stores in a test mode. Therefore, we'll prepare our model for further growth and scaling, so that next year would open dozens and maybe hundreds of coffee places all around the country. So what have we done for now? We've launched Drinkit in August 2020, and we had a pretty successful launch. By September, we've actually reached the break-even point, the income of 1 million rubles. But this project was shut at the takeoff by the second wave of the pandemic. The income began falling, people were going back to work remotely. For 5 months, the income was falling and falling, reaching the bottom in February. That was 500,000 rubles of income. But in February, it bounced back, and by March, our team actually made a significant effort to reach the income of 1 million rubles. We've almost achieved our coveted goal. I will explain you how. First of all, we have a tremendous product. That's not my personal opinion. If you ask our loyal clients about why they return to Drinkit every day, they will either tell you that they work for the managing company and they just have to go to our place, they have no choice, or they will tell you that Drinkit truly has the best coffee in the Omega Plaza business center. In our business, it's important to maintain quality because people go to our place on a regular basis. So Drinkit is really good at creating this stable system of quality control. Every cup has sustained, stable quality, so the clients get it. I have to tell you that Nastya Nikitina, who founded the Drinkit brand, has truly put together a tremendous team. That team can achieve significant results. The team is always ready for fight or flight. The team that is ready to create awesome products. And of course, our mobile app. That is one of the major ideas of our concept, because as I have said, people go to the same coffee place regularly. That is why our hypothesis is that it's just much more convenient to order coffee via the app. You can do that in advance. Go to the coffee place, pick up the coffee, and just keep on going. And in the app, it is possible to customize coffee, make the coffee the way you love it. So this is what we have done. So let me continue with the actual news. What have we been able to do in the recent couple of months? As a true startup, we are relentlessly and shamelessly borrowing ideas from other companies like Dodo Pizza. We have borrowed the idea of e-certificates. We have realized that it is unacceptable for us to allow clients wait for their order over 6 minutes. So we were automatically sending certificates for a free drink if the client has been waiting for the drink over 6 minutes. It actually turned out to be a very worthwhile idea. Over 70% of customers who got the certificate were the returning customers, even though they might have been upset for waiting the coffee. And here's the catch, it's actually a very small group of clients, about 70 people. In March, they delivered over 15% of income, being a returning customer. thanks to this promotion. It actually does work. They have not just been using the free promotion, they were coming back again and drinking more coffee. But we have introduced the certificate not because we were enjoying life that much. We have actually surveyed our clients and realized that there's certain negative feedback in terms of our speed of delivery. In February, we were on average making coffee for 4 minutes, and certain clients were disappointed with that. So our ambitious goal was, in addition to e-certificate, to focus on our speed of making coffee. We're working particularly on that figure, and by March, the average waiting time for coffee was 2.5 minutes. All of these things together actually delivered solid results. The percentage of returning clients increased from 16 to 21%. How do we measure that? For example, this week we have X number of clients, and number of clients that returned next week is the percentage of the returning clients. Actually, in coffee business, this is one of the major figures. The coffee place survives thanks to actually a limited audience that lives and works near the place, and every single client is precious. Meaning that the percentage of returning clients is a figure to worship in coffee business. We had a complex task. It's not that we needed to increase the delivery speed, we needed also to cut costs. We have realized that still we're losing money on a daily basis, and operating costs are pretty high. So first of all, we needed to decrease labor costs, and on the other hand, decrease waiting time for coffee. So the good idea was to stop cooking food on demand. We began pre-making our sandwiches in advance. On the one hand, that helped us to focus more on our major product, coffee, and deliver it faster. On the other hand, that decreased labor cost. And a cherry on the cake, in terms of recent changes, is pricing. Of course, it's always hard to increase prices. Raise prices. There's always anxiety that people will stop going to your place, they'll be disappointed, and they will never return. But sometimes we have to raise prices. We did realize that we have some sort of balance sheet problem, so we realized that we need to increase prices. We have analyzed the competition, we talked to our loyal audience, and we have realized that there are certain products where our costs, our prices are lower than the average market price. So we raised those prices, and imagine this, we have not lost clients whatsoever. The number of clients has not fallen, but the average ticket has increased by 10 to 15%, which actually increased our income. Our big local goal for April is to get the income of 1,250,000 rubles. We're pretty certain that we can make it, and that this result will allow our coffee place to actually become profitable for the first time. This sounds great. It's good that we're achieving significant results with a small coffee place in a business center mega plaza, but we are a man with a plan, or a startup with a plan. So what are we going to do? In the beginning of the presentation, I told you that we are going to open 2 corporate coffee places and that 2 franchise stores. But certain plans sometimes do not come to fruition. Sometimes you have to deviate from your plan if the circumstances make you do that. One of our very loyal partners, one of our first partners and largest partners, Dima Troyan, you probably know him. He's such a big fan of our Drinkit brand that even in August 2020, when we first opened the coffee place, he actually rented the place in the city of Samara at the major walking street at the center of the city, and he requested the permission to open the coffee place there. He still rented the place even though we said no, and he has been waiting for a year, asking again and again if he may finally open the coffee place. And now we have realized that the stars in the sky have aligned, and our model can actually be profitable, and we have decided to change the plan and open the first franchising place in the city of Samara. So we struck the deal on March 22nd, 2021, a few weeks ago, and the super ambitious goal is to open the first place by March 1st, in 38 days, that is. So since the coffee place is at the pedestrian street and there will be the big celebration on May 1st, we realized that we'll be able to announce the brand very strongly and actually attract attention to the opening, making some good money, good sales. So this is the facade of the place. This is the actual photo from Samara. You see the banners in the windows. So they are actually installing and constructing. So I believe pretty soon the first franchising place will be open there. But it's not only the timeline that is ambitious. We decided that we want to deliver 1,000 coffee cups in the first day. Is that a lot? Is that a little? Actually, our coffee place at the Mega Plaza delivers 200-250 orders a day. The most productive of our pizza place at Taganka delivers 600-700 orders a day. So 1,000 is a lot. But we wanted to make a major event for the city so that everybody would hear that the new coffee place is open. That's why we had this super ambitious goal. So in conclusion, let me say this. The coffee place at the Mega Plaza Center is our testing facility where we're trying to get as many insights as possible for future scaling. One of the insights is that most of the people who come to get a coffee, they just pick up the coffee and keep on going about their business. It's not that they consider Drinkit as a place to sit in a cozy environment. So in Samara, we decided to test this hypothesis. And this night, Oleg Kulik, our major designer, finalized the renders of the coffee place, and this is the way it will look like. Our first coffee place in Samara, in the city of Samara. We're truly certain that this will become a true third place where people will come to sit down, have a meeting, read a book, on a date. So that will be just a place to have a good time and have the tastiest coffee in the city. Guys, thank you for your attention. Looking forward to see you in the city of Samara on May 1st. And if you cannot make it, go down to the coffee place in the Mega Plaza and pick up 2 cappuccinos.